Yes, so welcome to Scandinavian Report. My name is Axel Petur Axelsson. I want to talk a little bit about helium and the thoughts I have had on helium. Some time ago, I was looking at pictures of Hindenburg disaster. And this came after my hoax series, where which is still ongoing, where I'm thinking everything is a hoax. I'm also interested in everything that is demonized, whether it is. It doesn't matter what it is. If something is demonized, I think something interesting lies behind. So I was wondering what is behind the demonizing of the Hindenburg accident and the use of helium in commercial transport. So at a similar time, there came this fake moon landing, and that the space program is a hoax, and moon landing is a hoax, that the space shuttles go straight up and are flown into the ocean. And when I put two and two together, I was thinking, okay, so if they're not using rockets, what are they using? And why are they demonizing helium? And then I came up with the theory that the satellites and the space program are helium-based. And I spoke about this in Deep Diving in Icelandic, I think. And it seems that the view I have on my Icelandic and English channel are the Masons and the Illuminatis. That's the only view I have on my channel, because there seems to come an answer to everything, all the theories that come forth on my channels. For example, I saw in the news that they were saying that helium was running out, that the nature is about to stop to produce helium. So I thought that was very peculiar. Then I saw yesterday a very good video from a channel called Planete Veritas. And he is looking at this report, or this interview with Lieutenant Colonel Harald E. Mitchell, where he is talking about these C-119 aircraft, where they are recovering parachutes with stuff hanging on it. And he shows this video. I will not play it because, of course, you know that YouTube is going crazy now, closing everything and censoring all. So he was showing that in Antarctica and in Sweden, there is an active balloon program. So here they are launching satellites. And, you know, nobody can fly around the Antarctica. There's an international flight ban. And the flights that are authorized to go through Antarctica, they have a maximum flight height of 10,000 feet. And here's the same method, another video. So it seems that the C-119s, when they want to get them down, the satellites or the space stations or whatever they are putting up there, they explode the balloon. Then they use the C-119s to capture this long wires, and then they haul it back into the aeroplane. So my line of thinking seems to go to the right places. And I was actually myself surprised how specifically I hit the target in this theory, because I did not see these documents before. So also they are talking about the football fields, the size of football fields up in the sky. And Hindelburg was built 1920 or something, almost 100 years ago. And you can see how big that machine is. And it's strange when there's an accident in this area, they demonize it and they stop looking at it. Maybe it's possible maybe to make it save helium. I mean, maybe it didn't work out here, but then you improve the technology so it doesn't explode. That must be quite obvious. Otherwise, we would not have cars. But I have, so we have a big, the pictures they are showing here are very small balloons. But I don't know if they combine them or how they do, or they have the big, like this guy here, Mitchell, said they have a football field, size of a football field, so we can multiply that with big number to get closer to reality. But I've also been thinking these UFO sightings, because if you are running a program like this, maybe it falls down in the wrong time or in the wrong place, or someone gets pictures of something. So you must run a heavy disinfo program. So when you see something in the sky, you are sure it's a UFO. And if you look at this giant UFO sighting, this looks like a balloon with added lights in Photoshop lights. This looks like balloon. And this can be a balloon or whatever, or a spider on the camera. So also these pictures here. Also you know how we fly drones today. You can mix helium and drone stuff to get this stuff to fly. And you see here the guns. It looks like this is something that is stationary. And also, if I put forth more theories about this, it's possible that they have a gas that works better than helium in lifting stuff up. So maybe they mix the helium with another gas and you get 10 times more lifting power. That's, of course, my theory. That after the World War II, which seems to be lies on lies on lies, the German scientists, they were brought back to Germany, and I would suspect to Sweden, because like Planet Veritas points out, the Swedish space SSGC group, which is a space service company in Sweden, they are launching a lot of balloons every year, and this list goes to 500. And you can see, I asked Planet Veritas for the list. I didn't find it. But if you go through the names of what they are putting up, it's the Mir, station, and they're working for NASA. And so you see the names of all this space crap and satellite stuff in this balloon. This balloon apparatus. And it's run from Sweden. This company here is from Sweden, and they run it in the Antarctic. So that is very interesting. It's when you start thinking from the lines of demonization, then you find, then you put together some pieces, then you see, like this UFO, they are not exactly demonized, they are more like etched into our brain. When we see something fly, we think UFO, aliens. So that is maybe the reason why, to cover this balloon. Bologna. So also Lieutenant Mitchell, I think he was him, but at least Planet Veritas talks about it in the video, that the Russians, which I would guess goes both ways then, because the story comes from the West. They say in the East they started to copy the radio signal from the balloons, and then they put up their own and mirrored the radio signal. And when the C-119s picked up the object, it was explosive, so they exploded the aeroplane. And this is what seems to be have going on in the Star Wars treaties and space war treaties, that they agreed to stop blowing each other's balloons or aeroplane pickup aeroplanes. That seems to be the agreement that was made. Also, Planet Veritas points out, which I agree with him, he points out the U2 program. And of course, Lockheed Martin is part of the military industrial complex. So these aeroplanes fly in 70,000 feet and above. And I agree with Planet Veritas that the commercial airlines are designed so they cannot go above 40, 50,000 feet. So passengers cannot see all the balloons hanging above. Must be like it must be like a balloons in a child birthday. Or like in an election, you see when they throw down all these balloons. But this aeroplane flies very slow, and this also touches a little bit on theories of what is up here. Is it air or liquid, or what is up in the stratosphere and up there? And the U2s fly above 70,000 feet. And they can stay up in the air 24/7. They can be refueled by other aeroplanes. And of course, they cost $1.5 billion, like all programs. And it's interesting how slow they go. And they seems to be equipped so they can act as a satellite with radio communication and cameras. So they can maybe the pictures you see of Earth are actually taken from U2s. And then, of course, we know that hanging above is endless pieces of war crap. And the concept of rods of God I would expect, are military shit hanging up there, waiting to be dropped down. So it seems that by common sense and putting two and two together, you can actually see pretty close how reality works or what is going on in reality. So this is the Helium Top Secret. I was thinking about putting this video on my Red Rabbit channel, but I cannot put anything. I want that to be my origin, like my clean channel. So I guess this could be interpreted controversial. I don't know. So I decided to put it on Scandinavian Report. And if you can support me, please do. I will, of course, also put the links of the screenshots I've been showing you, at least some of them. And if you can support Scandinavian Report and other work I'm doing, please use the links below. I would like to dedicate more time to this work I'm doing. And of course, you are always welcome back. God bless.